Somebody's crazy.
Hey guys.
This one's called Mostly Clap Sounds.
Dude, Mike, I'm exhausted, bro.
Why?
You know, I can't complain.
You can
So
say
anyway,
whatever you
moving
want.
on.
Why are you exhausted?
I'll tell you in a song.
I.
Everybody cool with me doing it like a song? Oh, by the way, Jesse Stillwell passed away.
Come on, man. You can't do that. You can't do that.
I was told this morning, and I was like,
I don't
just
like
kidding.
that.
He's fine.
I don't like that joke.
He's fine, but it would be a minute before we found out if he wasn't.
All right.
But I'll tell you this.
Good day.
He sent us something.
From
The
beyond.
nice little feller.
Yeah.
He did. He said in the event of his death to send out these packages.
We got a cardboard cutout if Jesse passes away.
Dude, I found a show recently that I didn't even know existed, but it has so many people I love in it. Has that ever happened to you?
Severance? Severance. You going to work and you don't want to go to work and then you get a little severance and a chip in your head. You go to work and then you're going to work and then you get a fucking chip in your head. Get a chip in your head.
This isn't music.
Why weren't we invited to Coachella?
As I say, this isn't music. This isn't music.
What is it?
You know what, man? Music could be whatever your dream is.
Dude, I heard somebody say, like a marketing person, like this whole genre of two people sitting across from each other with microphones is dead. But why isn't it important what it sounds like? You know what I mean?
Well, the thing is like, it's a concept that works because clearly it works.
I'm saying that the vast difference between what the podcast looks like and what the podcast sounds like, you can fit a universe inside there.
I think it's a medium that'll be around for a minute. And because some people really like listening to people talk. Oh.
No, and that's a great point, Steve. A lot of people have never even known what we look like.
And that's the thing, man. And I don't know. I think that it will evolve.
We might switch.
I think that they're like, you know, because people have commutes and long trips. And
who are you talking about right now?
Well, the people that listen to podcasts. Wow! Youch! I wish I had like a crick. Anyway,
No, I think you're right.
So I found this show.
Uh-huh.
It's called The Heart She Holler. Have you heard about this?
Is that viral video that's like, sometimes I got a song that'll holler to you, and it goes like this.
No, but I love that.
Yeah, that's a banger.
It was like an Adult Swim show from like 2011.
Heart She Holler.
The Heart She Holler.
And the ears they listen.
And you know, it's made by those guys that made Wonder Chosen. Did you watch Wonder Chosen?
That was the Fucked Up Puppet Show?
The Fucked Up Puppet Show.
Speaking of puppets,
Dude, I know. It's always puppets, isn't it? Always comes back to puppets.
Put your hand inside a guy.
Always comes back to puppets.
Inside a guy.
It always comes back to
Put your hand inside a guy. Put your hand inside a guy. Make him talk, make him walk, make him say things like
inside a guy. Make him laugh, make him cry.
puppet. All my friends from home hate that I do puppets, doing puppets. Just remember, friends from home, I could always go back to being acoustic rock musician guy. So choose one. One or the other. One or the other. Jason Mraz or Jeff Dunham. One or the other. One or the other. Jason Mraz or Jeff Dunham. You gotta pick one or the other.
I think this show finally broke me.
This is it.
What
Today's
happened?
the
What if I
day.
just started weeping? Like,
You should know that is what the show sounds like.
oh, okay.
Like since
Well, I guess I
for
never-
a long time. Does it never? Do you never hear it?
No, it just,
It's just what it is, kind of all the time.
But sometimes things keep going.
Yeah, I did think when I was doing those little spiels that it was gonna end pretty soon.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this one went a little longer for some reason.
Yeah. You think Andy Kaufman ever did those like long form things and like annoyed himself? You think he's reading The Great Gatsby like, man, I hope this is funny again at the end?
I think him and Babsmuda were cracking the fuck up coming up with all this shit.
Yeah.
Dude, I told you about that time I saw Tony Clifton. Yeah. I mentioned it.
Thank you for doing that.
It was like such a funny bit.
Yeah.
He just kept doing Rhinestone Cowboy. He kept like, he was singing Rhinestone Cowboy.
Yeah.
And he had like a full band. And he had these dancing girls.
Where
and
was that?
And it was like Largo or
okay.
Cine Family, one of those places. And he was just like trolling the fuck out of everybody. And then he did like a 45-minute set or like a 30-minute set. And then he ended it with Rhinestone Cowboy. You know that song, like a rhinestone cowboy.
Unmistakable.
And he did it from beginning to end. And then the song ends and it's like, and they're all playing the drums. Yeah. And then he goes, like a rhinestone cow. And everybody goes back into playing.
Yeah.
And so the song, and he did it, like, I'm not even kidding, like 25
Full
times.
times?
Like, it was madness, dude. It was like, it almost killed me.
Yeah. And sometimes you could see the influence kind of seep out.
Oh, absolutely, dude. And he would, like, leave the stage fully, and people would be clapping, and then you'd hear, like a rock, and then they all go right back into it. Brilliant. Anyway, so the Heart She Holler, it has, we love Kristen Shaw. Kristen Shaw. She's a comedian. She was in Last
Bob's
Man on
Burgers.
Earth, Bob's Burger.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And it's got Patton Oswalt
From
from
Patton Oswalt Show.
Patton Oswalt Show
And Monk.
and Monk and fucking so many great people. And then it must be season 2 or 3 happens, and the character Kristen Shaw
From
doesn't do the show, is not on the show anymore, but the character is still, and it's played by Amy Sedaris from And it's just fucking crazy, and it was so weird that it felt like I couldn't believe I didn't know this existed. It's the Wonder Chosen guys, and then the Wonder Chosen guys went off to make like more weird, bizarre fucking shows.
Uh-huh.
And there's one that like I really couldn't handle, and it was like really experimental, bizarre, like stop motion animation, but the stop motion animation part was not the bizarre part. It was like the stories were bizarre, and it was like little short films with these like stop motion characters, and it was just like really fucked up and bizarre. But I just discovered all of this shit, and it blew my mind. I was like, how does this shit exist? Like could you imagine? Like, that's the thing, man. We always talk about how there's just so much content, and it's like, we talk about how we'll post shit, and then suddenly someone will be like, oh shit, I remember you on SourceFed, or I remember you doing some shit or whatever I used to watch on the internet. And you're like, where the fuck have you been for the past goddamn 7 years at least?
Yeah.
I've been working my goddamn ass off making shit, and suddenly you just forgot I existed?
Can you even believe that?
I couldn't believe it. I was like, dude, you gotta stick with me fucking through and through. You follow this train, you're getting in the caboose.
If you follow this train, you could eventually get in the back of the train.
You're getting in the caboose, brother, and we're going, man.
That sounds like, if you've been watching me for a long time, you could fuck me in the ass if you want.
Yeah, we're gonna fuck. We're
You
gonna
follow this train, you nestle yourself in the caboose.
Yeah, get right in there. Prove to me that you've been following my stuff long enough, and you can get right in my ass.
You mess with the train, you get the caboose. I don't want to participate again.
But the same shit happened with me with these Wonder Chosen guys, because the Wonder Chosen guys aren't like fucking like, they're not like living on Money Mountain.
Yeah, they've been doing stuff, but it's, you don't see it.
Yeah, and they're just making all the weird shit they want to make, and like they made this one show that was just like groundbreaking madness.
Mm-hmm.
But you've heard of it. I know people have heard of it, but maybe they haven't seen it, or they've seen like a couple of clips from TikTok or YouTube or some shit.
Yeah.
Heard of it.
I don't think people realize how much you have to like. The only people who you follow them wherever is like, you got to be a household name by that point. There's so many times as like an artist coming up where you have to like start completely over, even if it means you keep working.
Yeah.
You like, every new thing that comes out, you're like, man, I hope the people find this.
Yeah.
It's wacky.
I think though too, like, cause I'm just like an obsessive nerd, and so when I'm always,
I like that we're always learning things about each other.
yeah, brand new shit. And I like obsess over like, Wes Anderson movies and like Quentin Tarantino movies and shit. And they, those guys, like, I know what they're up to, because I'm like, like, I haven't skipped a beat.
I haven't skipped a bill.
But then there's like these Wonder Chosen guys, and that's what I'm saying. Like, there's just too much shit. Like, I think some people, if you like, for me, I'm a lifelong fan of Bob Odenkirk.
Yeah.
Like, I will never not at least check out his latest thing, whether it's a bad movie or a good TV show, whatever. Like, I'm like ready to see whatever the fuck that guy puts out, and I love him. I'm ride or die Bob Odenkirk fan.
That's right.
And so there are some people like me that are also obsessive nerds that like cannot wait for the next thing to come out from someone, or someone's an obsessive nerd about like music, can't wait for the next album. That little doll with the red hair, Chaperone. She looks like a little doll.
Yeah.
Doesn't she look like a little doll? Put her in my hand, Leah.
Something makes me feel like she'd absolutely hate that.
That she looks like a little doll?
Yeah,
dude,
like
I've been learning things I don't want to learn about her. And it's getting crazier.
I don't want to know anything about anyone.
Dude, I found out her uncle is some like horrible, like conservative governor.
So what does that mean for your relationship to her?
I take what she says about politics at face value.
Are you like tight with all your uncles?
I mean, they exist and they know I exist. And then we go like, hey, you good? And he goes like, yeah. And I go like, cool, brother. I've also got this whole life over here that I'm busy at. Bye-bye.
And then they're never like, you should live like this. And then you listen to them.
Well, okay. So if you really want to get into it, my whole thing is this. She was super outspoken politically about how like both sides are evil pretty much. And yet her family directly benefits from a certain political party because of the relation to that person. And whether or not they're like connected or anything, she hasn't even like spoken about it like publicly. But she went on this like political thing about how both sides are bad, but she's got this like, but she has not addressed that she has this like crazy powerful conservative relative. Mm-hmm. So I find that to be a little strange.
But I'm like,
but people were following her like political messaging.
But there are people in my family that are like super Republican. I don't feel the need to like,
right?
Like,
but
no,
if you had,
they don't have anything. We're like adults. We just happen to be in the same family.
But if you were like saying outward public political things and not saying that there's someone in your family, thank you, and not saying that there's someone in your family who is directly connected to some of the terrible things, like, I don't know, it's just weird. You know what the point is?
Isn't it more important
Here's
that
what
she
the point
said the
is.
stuff?
Here's what the point is. The point is that when artists say political things, it's always a mistake.
And you should always listen.
And you should always listen.
If listen to me. When if a celebrity says something about politics, especially like someone who sings songs, rhymes words,
and maybe
for a living,
looks like a little doll,
maybe, or is a comedian,
It's getting smaller.
or any celebrity, like I saw that person pretend to be a superhero in a movie, you should know politically where they stand and you should care a lot about that. I think.
I forgot why it came up. Oh, because I said, because I was talking about some people are fans. They can't wait for the next thing that the artist releases. Like that one artist that might or may not, to me, in my opinion, look like a little doll.
It for real feels like that song from the beginning is still happening.
Anyway, so, but there's just too much content, like, you know, and like the Wonder Shows, like me missing that the Wonder Shows and guys were like doing other shit is just an indicator of like when we talk about how like why did people leave?
Because it's almost like unless you're somehow attached to the personal social media accounts of people in the Wonder Shows and camp, you wouldn't know about like this showed up on Comedy Central, so you're aware of it because you're aware of Comedy Central. And it's like if I have something else show up like in VR or on like Hulu or somewhere completely different, it's a completely different show and it doesn't have puppets in it, you would really like average person would have no idea.
I guess that's true. Yeah, you have to like really dig into the like you got to do research.
Yeah, it's so important to do the research on vaccines and whether or not people with puppets are making different shows for different networks.
And whether
those are
we
the
like
two things.
And if we like puppets.
And who your uncle is. And if your uncle looks like a little doll.
I also really, it bugs me when there's a big platform artists that like that go middle of the road when there's like important like elections happening.
Why?
Because it's like if you're gonna be like, I'm this kid that is for empathy and love for these communities that are marginalized and stuff, then that means that it sounds like your politics align a bit more left. And if you're like, but I'm not, but I'm also not this, and you're saying that that's a way to be to like an audience, I think that's like a little irresponsible. Like if you're conservative, it's almost like it's almost like utilizing the platform to stay neutral is a better business move, but they can't help but be like, but I also really love these marginalized people. But then they don't outwardly go the other way either. So it's like, just pick a lane. You know, if you're going to be like, I'm conservative, I believe in family values and, you know, pro-life and stuff, then do it. Be that. You know, there's an audience for that. But if you're like, if you believe in this whole thing, then like stand with this whole thing.
What if your true beliefs are like, you believe everyone has the right to believe whatever they want? What if that's like where your moral compass is? And maybe you wrote songs and you have a high school level education.
And you might look like a little doll.
Not necessarily.
Maybe.
You could look like anything. One of those stomp and clap guys.
Or those wiggly gas station guys.
You could look like the Wiggles, the band The Wiggles.
You could look like Blippi before he did that poop video. Blippi is proof that if this isn't working, we could just fully go into the kids' world.
What's Blippi?
Blippi is like a fucking... and I'm not surprised you don't know who it is. And I'm actually... It's okay that you don't know who it is.
It's okay that I don't watch kids shows.
It's okay, exactly. It's okay that you're unaware of children's programming that has somehow leaked into your personal life. But the reason why I know about this is because there's a ridiculous story associated with this Blippi guy who's this like ultra popular kids host. He makes kids content, whatever, man. Hell yeah.
He's a guy?
He's a guy.
And he's not a clown or like a cartoon dog?
He's not. He's a man named Blippi.
And his name is Blippi.
That's his like character name.
Is that guy who's like, I am rectangular?
Dude, why do I remember that?
I don't want to. I guess I just don't want to. Like, my whole soul doesn't.
Anyway, so this Blippi guy,
Yeah.
he tours all over the world. And he makes
Nardwar?
What's Nardwar's? Do.
This is like, dude, he's going to like follow Elmo around and be like, I remember the first thing you did before you got famous.
Yeah.
This is like a guy that is
insanely popular,
like
Mike.
Steve from Blue's Clues.
Mike, insanely popular.
What is
Like,
that hat? What would you call that
Yeah,
hat?
there's a weird
Bad.
What would you call the hat that Blippi wears? Because it's like a propeller hat without the propeller part.
What's that shit?
I'm gonna see if the internet knows. So it is estimated that Blippi, whose real name is Stephen John, two of them, and it says that his net worth is estimated to be around $16 to $22 million.
Stephen John. Busta Rhymes. So when he turns into a billionaire, is everybody going to hate the fuck out of him?
I know, right? It's not until he becomes a billionaire. But the crazy thing is that, like, you know, he's just like killing it in the kids programming world, which is a place where you could kill it if you want to like go absolutely insane, cleaning every aspect of your life up and not being in any kind of controversial light. But this guy, he had a video that I will never forget, and he'll have to get rid of me if he wants it fully gone.
Which might happen.
Well, sure, man. Come at me, Blippi. I'm ready, baby.
Jackpot.
So he made. Remember the Harlem Shake, dude?
Yeah.
I know. I'm sorry. We're bringing a lot of garbage back into our brains.
No, I got that one in there still.
So he did a Harlem Shake video. I haven't talked about this in here, or we just forget.
I'm surprised. I mean, yeah.
We forget everything, and we've already talked about it, I'm sure. But it's always, I love talking about it because it's fucking crazy. It's one of the craziest videos I've ever seen in my life. Truly.
Okay.
It's
Explain what the Harlem Shake was.
The
for
Harlem
kids.
Shake was a video. I guess it wasn't the name of the song, was it?
No.
There was some song where it was like, oh yeah, con los terroristas. Yeah, that's right. And then there would be a drop, and everyone would go nuts.
Yeah.
And all these YouTubers did it. Fucking SourceFed did it. Like, everybody did it. It was like a fucking, like...
It was like when there was one viral thing at a time.
Yes, Dude.
You remember that?
Yes. Ice bucket challenge.
Yeah.
All that shit. The cinnamon challenge.
Once a week there would be one thing.
Yeah.
There was a period of time where that's exactly like every Friday there would be like, now we're doing planking.
What's the new thing? Yeah, we're planking now.
Yeah.
But everyone did a Harlem Shake, and so Blippi did a Harlem Shake where he's in a bathroom with his friend. And they're like doing the and then as soon as it goes to the drop, the big part where everyone goes wild, it cuts to his friend laying in the bathtub and Blippi above him with his legs open, spray shit diarrhea onto his like into his mouth and shit.
Dude, cut to 2025 and some mom is like giving their kid an iPad like watch Blippi. Watch Blippi. For the rest of the day, just look up Google Blippi.
But I'm telling you, dude, he spent hella money
Scrubbing.
scrubbing this because I can't even get my dirty pre-social media hands on it.
Yeah, man.
It's crazy, dude.
And we all make mistakes, but there is a generation that has every mistake they've made recorded.
It's like the JFK assassination. Like we'll never know until they're all dead or whatever. It's
Dude,
like,
I want to admit that when YouTube first started in 2006, I had a video where and I'm not proud of this, wasted a full package of Mentos in a full bottle of Diet Coke. And I wasted both of, you know how scarce food is. You know how inflation is now. And I didn't have that kind of foresight. And I wasted a bottle of soda and a package of candy on my face.
how could you? Just for yucks?
And I understand if you want me to take some time away from the show. And if I need to do one of these videos where I'm like,
And then cut, and then jump cut.
I think glasses are back on.
Yeah.
And I just want to say that I'm sorry for my actions.
Well, I think that's really brave of you, first of all.
And if you can hear what I'm thinking and feeling right now, you know that was true.
I think the song is still going.
I think the song's been going for 9 years.
The song's just in it. Yeah, there's been a song the whole time. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like it's, I mean,
Blippi's gonna show up at your house.
dude, he doesn't want anybody to talk about it. Have you looked up anything to see? Like,
been gone forever.
I know, but like, has anybody is anybody talking about it?
You're the only guy.
'Cause
Dude, how would that make you feel if you were like the only guy
that remembered
bringing
it
this up?
or cares?
Yeah.
Dude, I can't be because I've never seen a crazier video. Like I've seen. I mean, look, we were around during the early internet days when
We saw all of the internet.
and we saw everything.
Yeah.
We saw like shit that really you shouldn't be seeing at an age that we saw it at.
That's right. I
Like-
saw more people die
Yes.
before I was 17 years old than anyone should. I felt like I went to war.
I saw people die before I had sex.
Yeah.
I found it.
What do you mean you found it? Where'd you find it?
I just.
Where'd you find it?
Is this it?
Yeah, that's it. How did you find it?
Kevin's jacking off.
You got like 70 viruses on
Dude,
your.
I just looked up Blippi Harlem Shake.
Let me
video.
see.
It was the first thing that popped
Yeah.
up.
It was literally 2 down.
Dude, they used AI to higher the resolution.
HarlemShakePoop.com is totally the site where you could see it.
Dude, why are you ruining this man's career on our show?
Dude, it's almost crazier than what I described it as.
It's very bright.
It's almost
Like they lit it professionally?
so
Just
Dude,
give him a glimpse. Don't, yeah.
I don't want
You
it.
just see the scene. You don't need to see the actual poop.
I don't want it. It's bright.
So it's crazier, I think, because even though he does get the diarrhea on his face, let me just clear that up. Let's get that out of the way. But he's actually directing his shit to his friend's butthole. So he's shitting on his friend's butt. And his friend and he are both wearing goggles.
And this guy is worth $22 million.
Yeah.
And what makes you think somebody's not gonna put this clip on the same internet?
Dynamic Banter.
Yeah, he's gonna show up to your house, bud. You're trying to fuck with this man's money.
There's a BuzzFeed news article.
Even though in a roundabout way he fucked with his money.
Oh,
by
absolutely,
shitting into
he
his
did.
friend's ass.
Yeah, man. Listen, we all have shit onto our friend's ass
Dude,
at one
imagine
point or another.
Paying. I'm not saying he did this, but this is what people do. Like, you pay an agency to get rid of stuff.
Yeah.
And you spend like tens of thousands of dollars on it, and then Kevin's like, I got
it. Dude, but doesn't that prove that there's people that still give a shit because they're keeping it?
Suppose so.
They're keeping it out there.
I don't know what's worse.
I found an article from BuzzFeed News from back in 2019 that says kids YouTube star Blippi regrets the viral video in which he poops all over his friend.
This is what in GQ.
Before he was Blippi, Mr. Rogers for the YouTube age, he was Steezy Grossman.
Yo, imagine if this video existed of Mr. Rogers like shitting on Sherry
Oh,
Lewis.
dude,
or
that's
something.
what I'm saying. But hang on, I have to read this like it's a real news thing because I love the way that it's presented here. I'm gonna pull up a news, like breaking news intro sound. Okay, here we go. Are you ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Coming at you live, it's Channel Television's breaking news.
Whoa, Channel TV, we get that?
From Channel TV. Coming straight from Channel TV. And we're back at Channel
Still on your
TV.
to-do list?
And
Get them done.
I think we're at
for
commercial.
Big
You
news.
just hold for commercial.
Work for your needs.
And we're
back
back.
from commercial in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here go.
Before he was Blippi, Mr. Rogers for the YouTube age, he was Steezy Grossman. And he pooped on his friend.
Back out to commercial in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're clear for commercial. Do we not have any? Do we sell any? We don't have any commercials. We're going back to the show in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're on. Shit, he doesn't know. Okay, we got the lights back on in the studio. We're gonna go live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Steve, you're on. Why does he look so scared? Why doesn't he say anything? So, does he know he's on? We don't have any commercials to cut to. Okay, if you say so, we're going to sponsor in 5, 4, 3. So we check on Steve. 1. God damn it.
Do you have diarrhea? You could poop on your friend and then make a funny video about it. But you don't want to do that. You want to take Imodium Pepsi Pepsad. Have you ever want to plug yourself up? We're talking about butt. When you are a leaky boy, you gotta plug it up, my friend, yeah. Imodium Pepsoid is the best thing to take if you wanna plug up your butt. And you can keep the poop inside of you where it becomes inside poop. Inside poop is absorbed by your body. If you hold your poop for too long, it was believed that it could kill you and cause infections. And for 90% of the cases, that's true. But for the 10% that absorb their poop, Imodium's good for you. You can absorb your poop and use it for fuel. back to the news.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to Steve. Still looks real scared.
Before he was Blippi, Mr. Rogers for the YouTube age, he was Steezy Grossman, and he pooped on his friend. Joe? Back to you, Joe, in the studio. Back and out in the field. Joe's in the field.
No. Okay.
Joe? Do we gotta
Hi.
cut to commercial?
Hi, George.
Joe, are you ready?
George. You
What's
keep calling
wrong,
me
Joe?
Joe. You've called me Joe since the Christmas party.
George.
We're out in the field. This is my first time, and that's fine that it's my first time on the field. But we're good.
Uh-oh, sorry, there's now new breaking news.
Back to the studio.
Back to the
5,
studio because there's
4,
breaking news.
3. Somebody check on George. Is it Joe or George?
Check
Steve,
on
you're
George.
on.
Someone check on George. And now we're back. It's time for television channel news at 9. What's the big story?
Hey, this is George in the field. I am good at this. First of all, I went to broadcast school and I could take it. And my mom said I wouldn't get this job and I did. So fuck her, basically. She's not supposed to swear on TV. Can we go back to the commercials?
Let's cut back to the studio, actually.
Studio in 5, 4, 3. I've never heard him swear before. Is it Joe or George? Steve?
Hey, George, are you okay, buddy?
Yes.
Joe?
Just kidding. Commercials in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Nope, we're not. Let's not cut back to George.
Why is he doing the countdown? I'm the guy who does the countdown.
Let's go to commercial. I'm gonna throw up.
It's regular ad time.
Oh, it is?
Those
it's
weren't
time for
bad.
that.
Damn, more ads.
It's time for the ass! Sounded like it was part of the
It's it.
Okay,
And who's that? Lisa?
that's Lisa. Guys, thanks to Lisa, and thanks to Leah. And thank you, Hegum, and everybody else. Kevin, what a champion. Right here, before our eyes. I never thought I'd have a champion before my eyes. And then a minute later I realized this champion is the one for me. Oh yeah, baby. He's a champion. Oh, and he's running in. And he's getting hard. And he's making love. Guys, today's sponsors are Squarespace. No. Excuse me. Rocket Money! Yay! Champion. Who calls someone a champion?
British people?
He's a champion. Alright. Hey guys, do you ever record an ad at home? Sometimes I do. And when it comes to spending, sometimes it's out of sight, out of mind. That daily coffee habit, those streaming subscriptions, hot. They add up real fast without you even noticing. But Rocket Money helps you spot those patterns so you can do something about it for once and keep more money in your pocket. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions. And it monitors your spending and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. And that's, come on now, huh? Hello? You can see all your subscriptions in one place with Rocket Money, and you can know exactly where your money is going, guys. For ones you don't want anymore, Rocket Money can help you cancel those. Listen, Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions. That's a lot of money. And not only that, it's saved members up to $740 a year when they use all the app's premium features. So cancel them unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Download the Rocket Money app today and enter our show name, Dynamic Banter with Mike and Steve, in the survey so they know that we sent you. So don't wait. Download that Rocket Money app today and tell them you heard about it from our show. Okay, next up, we got PXG. Yeah. Ooh, yeah, the time has come to get some new golf clubs. And that means one thing, heading over to the local PXG store for a fitting. Mike,
Yes.
did you do that?
I was invited to, and
Wow.
I don't think we got to set up a date, but I'm very
But it's
excited for
happening.
when that gets to happen.
my
I've been
God.
playing as much golf as I can recently. The most beautiful, relaxing thing on the face of the planet. You guys have both went. And getting ready for a big golf trip in June. I'm going to play a tournament.
Whoa!
And I love some new stuff.
Yeah, my dad was just asking if you were still playing golf.
Yeah, I'm doing my best.
I love that.
I stopped keeping score. It's nice.
And someone at PXG, they're going to get their hands on you?
Yeah, and what they do is they analyze your swing and how you do stuff, and how you hit the ball, and they recommend the best club for the job.
I think that's one.
Kevin seems excited about it.
Good.
He's
It's good.
it's good. And listen, I can't wait for you to come back and have this experience, Mike, because
Same.
you'll have so much to tell us, and then you can explain to
I can't
people.
wait to add my personal experience.
Me
to
too,
that.
and it's really gonna happen.
And it's important.
Guys, the fastest way to improve your performance on the course is a PXG fitting. We're talking PXG fitters are highly trained to get their hands on you. Incredibly experienced, have a deep understanding of how to optimize your clubs to get the most out of your swing.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see how this ups my game and my performance and my confidence on the course.
And guess what? PXG fittings are educational and fun, apparently.
I can't wait to learn. You know I love to learn.
So schedule your fitting today, and for a limited time, you can save up to 20% on your entire order by heading over to pxg.com/banter. That's pxg.com/banter and save up to 20% on your entire order. pxg.com/banter. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
I really am looking forward to that.
That sounds great, man.
Because, like, you start and you don't know nothing. You're just swinging the shit, and you're trying to hit the low ball. And then you have somebody be like, hey, do this. Or I think this would help. And then it helps. You guys are kind of out. Never mind.
I'm sorry, man. I'm just feeling this groove here real good. And there's one more ad.
I wish I could teleport to the end of it.
I'll tell you what, though, man. All this dancing is making me hungry. And who's the best place to get me some hungies right to my door? It's Factor. And we're talking about optimizing your nutrition. This is that music we used.
Yeah, it is.
What did we use it for?
Wasn't it last episode? The opening? Talking about drugs?
Oh yeah, it was like ChatGPT reading off the, and then you were like, "What if I find floor drugs?"
That's fun.
That's a great track. Thanks. Another ad within an ad. Cut that out, Leah. But we're talking about chef-made gourmet meals that are that make eating easy. And they're dietitian approved and ready to heat and eat in 2 minutes. So you can fuel right and feel great. No matter what life throws at you. Even if it's a big live bomb.
Leave that in.
Sometimes there's things just for the boys. Factor arrives fresh and fully prepared. Perfect for any active, busy lifestyle. And you can lose up to 8 pounds in 8 weeks with Factor's keto meals. Based on a randomized controlled clinical trial with Factor Keto, results will vary depending on diet and exercise. And we're talking 40 options across 8 dietary preferences on the menu each week. It's easy to pick meals tailored for your goals. You can choose from preferences like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, or Keto.
Keto.
Factor can help you feel your best all day long with wholesome smoothies, breakfast, grab-and-go snacks, and more add-ons. Guys, eat smart with Factor. Get started at factormeals.com/factorpodcast and use code factorpodcast to get 50% off your first box plus free shipping.
Dude, I'm
Ay.
always asking or getting people asking me if we have Factor codes.
Yeah, that's it right there. Factor
want it.
Podcast. And I'll tell you, it's delicious. And we do know people that have it quite often. And it sounds very good. It's been a minute since I've had it, actually. But when I did,
They used to send it and it was nice.
Yeah, I know. I want more, Factor. Send more. Give me mummies. Give me mummies.
more Factor meal.
Don't forget, that's code FactorPodcast at factormeals.com/factorpodcast. And you get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. Thanks, Factor. Give us more. We're hungry.
I refuse to eat until I get some Factor meals. I refuse to eat until I get some Factor meals. I refuse to eat. I refuse to eat until I get some Factor meals. Refuse to eat until I get the Factor meals. Factor meals.
Can I say dates?
I
I went to Wisconsin this weekend, and a bunch of Dynamic Banter fans popped up. I was opening for Drew Lynch in 2 of the most beautiful theaters I've ever been to in my life.
Haley was so excited for you. She
Dude, it
loves
was so
Drew
nice.
Lynch.
It was so nice. And tell Haley I said hello, and that Drew also says hello.
Whoa, that'll make her make vagina creams.
And
into
then
her
tell her
pants.
that it's not true because he didn't really do that. But it always kind of feels good to hear, I suppose.
Listen, any chance to give my girl some vagina creams in the pants, I'm in.
Get your girlfriend some vagina creams on the 10th of April at the Ice House in Pasadena. I'll be there on the 11th. I'm doing Don't Tell Comedy in Monrovia. Where's Monrovia, Steve?
I ain't gonna look it up.
It's in California. My
is in
bet is
California.
that it's south. On the 13th, I'm trying out some new jokes at Flappers in Burbank. Then from the 16th to the 19th, I'm doing Surrounded at the Moon Tower Comedy Festival in Austin, Texas, God's country. And then from the 22nd to about the 26th, I'll be at the Stand every single night, including the 24th of April, where I will be doing Surrounded with maybe the best lineup that's ever done that show: Eden Finance, Jordan Jensen, Katrina Davis, Matt Lopes. That's at 10 o'clock on the 24th, which is a Thursday. It's going to be so much fun. Don't know how many tickets left, but I know they will go. And then next month, we're doing Surrounded back on May 2nd. There's going to be a crazy lineup for that too, and that's at the Hollywood Improv Lab.
Oh yeah.
And then later in the month, I want to say like the 29th or something. I think it's Labor Day or Memorial Day weekend. What's the next one's coming up? In May. That Friday is the next Human Romance.
Ooh.
Dude, I think I talked about this before and I apologize, but it tweaked the formula for Human Romance a little bit, where it's not all the comedians on stage. The comedians are like on a panel and I'm on stage with a giant like easel making notes of everyone that we pick out in the audience.
I love
And it's
that.
so fucking fun. Leah just finished editing a full episode of that. So at some
Yes.
point that will be on the Welcome to Our Podcast Patreon and the clips on at MikeFalzone.com. No, at Mike Falzone on Instagram and stuff.
That's awesome, brother.
Yeah.
I love that for us.
So much stuff happening at once. And if you stop and think about it, it is dizzying. This is what my head feels like all the time. I wake up and there's like birds tweeting for a second. And then as soon as I sip coffee, it's this until I go to sleep.
Can I tell you that Harley is coming into town and he wants to drag my fat ass to a show that does this kind of music?
Oh, really? You should go. You should go. You should go and you should diarrhea in each other's ass now.
I probably would have. In another life, brother.
It's fun, dude. You gotta go.
To diarrhea in someone's mouth. Dude, Monrovia is right next to Pasadena. East.
Awesome. I should just stay in Pasadena.
Why not? It's a beautiful place.
Dude, Pasadena's great.
Yeah.
The Ice House, they closed for a long time. That used to be my favorite open mic when I got here in the California room or their smaller room. It's so much fun, man.
That's awesome, dude.
I miss mics that are like, I don't really do open mics so much anymore. But now it's like, if you pay $5, you could go do 5 minutes.
Yeah, I've heard this.
And we used to like have to show up early and put our like a receipt in the bucket. You have to buy something from the business and put a receipt in the bucket. You write your name on it. And then you could be there for like 3 hours and still not get up.
So it's like karaoke, but a 2-drink minimum, like.
Yeah, well, you had to
vibe.
buy something to like
Yeah.
enter into the. You can get picked for open mic, or it was just like you show up, you wait in line at a certain time, and you put your name on a list. And so if you showed up earlier than everybody else, you would get on the list. And if you came in too late, you would fucking. And then there would be like hybrid ones where it was a list and then like bucket spots at the end to make everybody stay. And that's how you weed out comedians.
Yeah, you're right.
And that
would.
was an awesome time.
Damn.
Yeah. Real slog back then.
Would it be like
You can just
mi-
have money and do it all the time now if you want.
You could.
Like anything. If you have money, you could do anything all the time.
I guess that's true. I've heard that. I've actually heard tell of that. Would there be a chance that you would pay and then you would not be chosen?
Uh-huh.
So Jesse passed away actually a couple days ago.
Damn, dude.
No, he sent us a package and I was supposed to bring it. And guess what? True story, and it's a good one. I forgot it.
That doesn't sound like something you would do.
No, not at all. And it's so crazy because I texted him this morning. I was like, I'm taking your shit to DB. Because it came to my place and I was like, oh, package. But Jesse was like,
It's his ashes.
You got to open it on the show. It's his will. He put us in his will. You guys are getting my 40 acres of land.
You guys gonna have my game again?
No.
Dude, Jesse did. I know we talked about this before, and there's no details, but my half an hour special might be coming out soon.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And he did the music for that. And then they fucking asked me yesterday for cover art for it.
Fuck
For like
yeah.
thumbnail and like whatever, wherever it ends up. And Casey Landerkin's doing the art.
Dude, it's the dream team. Come on, man. Those are very talented artists you're getting in there.
Casey Landerkin also did the art for my record that is out now and available in the Dynamic Banter store. It's called Autumned. It has some of the most beautiful art I've ever seen on a comedy
It's
album.
so good.
And then that's kind of where the quality stops. You listen to it and there's not I don't know why you would listen to anything on that album. But if you just want to buy it and look at it, some of the most beautiful
really
actual art
pretty.
you've ever seen.
You could even just frame it and maybe you don't even have a record
Don't
player.
open it.
Maybe you don't have a record player, but you want to own the cool art.
Maybe you just like opening stuff, and you can. There's one thing you should never.
I think that's a mental disorder.
you buy stuff to open
Just
it,
open it.
and then you're done.
That's it. And it's like, this is a brand new fucking price, good thing.
Somebody has that. Everyone
Yeah,
who
oh, yeah.
like cracks Pokemon cards online has that.
Dude, anything you can think of, someone has that. There's people that eat their goddamn couch cushions.
Dude,
They're just sitting there snacking on it like it's popcorn.
Let's do a reoccurring show on the Dynamic Banter YouTube channel.
Yeah.
That's just us opening stuff.
Oh, I love that. And then putting it away.
That's it. We can like donate it.
Brilliant. Write it down.
Yep.
This is gotta happen. Two things. Number one, Jesse Stillwell sent us in a wonderful history road that actually got some nice comments from people. I was seeing it on the Patreon. Number two, this needs to get out there right now.
Jesse's still well.
He's still well. We're done with Jesse for a second. Let's move Jesse aside. This is very important. There was a history road from Ryan Faroki. Do you remember?
Yes.
It was like a couple episodes ago. That one, the guy
Yeah.
that breaks shit,
Yeah,
that breaks
yeah.
all our stuff.
The guy who's like the Hulk, but he looks like a regular.
He can't control his strength. Crushing cans while it's still full of drink all over himself.
That's how he opens them.
Yeah, he crushes them in his hand and then goes
He drinks Diet Pepsi like Popeye
like he
drinks
crushes
Spinach.
it and pours it into his little corn cob
Like he
pipe.
crushes it and then it does a
It goes
perfect
into
arc.
into a
And then
corn
there's
cob
one
pipe.
ball that goes down his throat, like
Yeah.
one giant gulp.
I'm pretty sure Popeye did that because he has no teeth.
Popeye has no teeth.
And
That's
he's
right.
just sucking it into his little corncob pipes and, and gumming it a little bit.
Yeah.
But Ryan sent us History Road, and there's some upset people. Did you know about this?
No.
You hear about this?
I've been checking into things, dude. You guys think I'm not checking into things, but I'm checking into things. And I actually had a visit on the Patreon because we released the commentarium, which it seems that you guys kind of dig, which is cool because we got more coming. So relax, first of all. So I was just dicking around on the Patreon and like messaging and doing things. And someone even said they made like a bunch of dynamic banter flash. And I was like, fucking tag us in the socials, brother. I want to see that shit.
Yeah.
Tattoo flash, for those of you that don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
Oh, tight. I didn't know what you were talking about. I thought you meant flash like animation.
No, tattoo flash. Oh, that would be cool too. Fucking would love it. Listen, the Patreon is like the most direct way to speak to us, I feel like. Right?
You have to pay to speak to us.
You have to pay to speak to us.
Yeah.
We read our DMs and shit. Let's be honest.
You
I mean,
can
maybe
text
not
me at
all of them.
818-722-8682.
There you go. But that's not the number I have for Mike, just so you know.
It is a different
So anyway, so important, Ryan Faroki sent in History Road, and some of you guys were upset because you were like, why didn't you read his History Road? Because, sometimes we'll read something and then gone. It'll be gone and we never come back to it. But Ryan Faroki is a funny guy that we love, and literally all it said was Fortnite.
That's it.
That's it.
People were upset.
And because people thought I just read the subject line and then moved on. But that's literally it. It said Fortnite, okay?
Not in the subject
Not in the subject line.
Main message.
In the message body. So, relax.
Chill.
Okay? We know what we're doing over here, okay? It might seem random and fucking...
It's summertime. It's time to go outside.
It is
It's time to go.
And with that, let's do one History Road.
Nicholas Hamilton.
From Nicholas Hamilton.
He wrote a history road.
He talked one.
Where's my goddamn History Roads, you bitch?
History Road. History Road.
Oh, and we'll read the Jesse one on the next one. There's a few. There's some new ones in here, but I'll get this Nicholas Hamilton one going. Oh, and it says he was inspired by Jesse Stillwell. What do we got on there? It's a little early. Is it a little? It's not. All right, fuck it. Let's go. Yeah.
That was a HeadGum podcast.